this is exciting. This is some good time, good memories down here at Rockingham Dragway. It's always awesome. It's always fun. This is a great facility. We really enjoy hanging out, having a good time. And so today we're going to be just making some test passes. March the 31st, our 252 race that we were planning to do at Kinston on Saturday got rained out, so they canceled it. And of course it didn't rain a bit. It didn't seem like, I think they might have had a shower or two, but the forecast was looking bad. I think it had like an 80% chance of rain, so they canceled it. So we got the 252 list race coming up next Saturday. So next weekend we're going to be busy racing. Friday night, Dexter at Fayetteville Motorsports Park is going to do a little shootout, so we'll be there Friday night. And then Saturday at the 252 list race. But today, so we're gonna be getting ready. Carl just come up to the trailer a few minutes ago and Brad said the track was really sticky. So it's gonna be a little different probably than next weekend. But we're gonna make a few changes to my car and get it ready. Try to get that 480, 490, 50 tune-up solidified so we think it'll go down. All right, let's check it out. All right, we got Carl down here. So we're gonna, I mean, it's packing up. We're parked right beside some junior dragsters. I pulled in, you see some stock block cars down there. And it's starting to pack up. Brian brought his out. Brad brought his out. He's parked across from us over there. So we love Rockingham. Rockingham's one of these awesome tracks. So I'm gonna make a few changes to mine. What I'm gonna do, oh, Zach just got here. What's up? So I'm gonna make a few changes to mine. It was wheeling at Darlington, so we're gonna put the front end travel back on it. Hey Carl, how sticky is track? Not flip-flop friendly, that's a good thing. But so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put all the travel back in the front, so the front end is gonna get all the travel. I mean, I got it turned down. I'm just trying to go like 480s, 490s. That's, you know, I think what would be a good goal. Since we're working on it, trying to make it so it doesn't power wheelie anymore. I know out here we're not gonna have that same power in it. But I've been speeding down tracks, so I'm gonna make an anti-squat change as well. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do under there. I'm gonna move the upper bars down to the bottom hole on the body. That's gonna give me about 170, 180% anti-squat. I haven't calculated it, but I know what I want the car to do, how I want it to behave. So I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be really short. The instant center is probably gonna be like 25, 28 inches long, probably about 25 inches. Shoot, maybe even shorter than that. But it's going to be a steep bar angle on the uppers, and the lower bar is going to be pointing downhill still. So that's the first time I've ever tried this. So we're going to try and see what happens. Nothing. Come on.
I came down here with Logan.
Logan
and Logan. We came down here together.
Logan and Logan. Dude, I can't
run his Mustang.
I can't believe Phil didn't make you wear that drink coming back from Waffle House the other day. All them sips, it'd been fuck.
I know what everybody was thinking. They were probably like, man, he must really hate that guy.
Y'all look like y'all were arguing like a man and a wife. I'm gonna just ride and not talk to each other. That was funny. It was pretty funny.
When he missed that shift, I was like,
looks like the turbo is spinning backwards. I know. That's crazy. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put travel back in this thing. See down here, we're down. It was tied completely down from Darlington. We're gonna put the 4 nuts back on top, so we'll be good there. So we're gonna do that first. Okay, so the front's done, so the back, you can see that lower control arm is running downhill, and I'm gonna have to pull that axle back off. I got a little bit of a gear oil leak under there, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But the upper arms, you can see, they are pointing downhill, and it's really hard to get the perspective. It's more downhill than what this camera looks like, and the lower bars are pointing downhill as well. So this is the first time I've ever done this, but there's one extra hole, so we're going to move that down to that bottom hole, and we're gonna see what it does. That should give us quite a bit of anti-squat. And you see we can't really go much lower here on the car because the control arm, the upper control arm is really close to the anti-roll bar. But so we're about to do this. That thing should pull right out. Should slide right down. There you go. Bam, y'all. So this right here is the control arm is about level. So when you're dealing with anti-squat, remember this upper control arm is pulling up on the body. So once that thing goes level, once that upper control arm gets level, like right there, it's not going to raise anymore. Let's see what the ride height is. So in theory, this is how high it should jack up, but it may not because of the spring travel and the shock travel. So the spring may not be enough to let it go that high, but that's where it bottoms out, tops out. That's where the upper control arm comes completely up to get level. What's up, Randy? Randy just got here.
How you doing?
We're working on mine today. We're gonna be working on his this week. You excited?
A little bit.
Maybe. All right, let's drop it down. I'm gonna show you what the rake is on the bars. Okay, so it still don't look like that thing's got much rake on it, but perspective out here, like my eyes are right here, and it is raked down big time. It's dropped 3/4 inch from where it was. So the instant center is going to be super short. So I don't know, we'll see how it works. It may not work out. That one's pretty good perspective. That's as much rake as I can put on it. So that is absolutely, typically what I used to do, the upper control arm would be 2 holes up from there, and then the lower control arm on the bracket down here, you can see where it used to be right here. So, I mean, I'm just changing it. The instant center is going to be the same percentage, but the big difference here is now the instant center is going to be super low to the ground. I don't really know how that's going to work. It may work, it may not work. So we'll find out here in a few minutes. Okay, so we're just pushing up here. We're about to make a pass. It's our first pass. So everything, hopefully it'll be good. We're leaving at 4,000 RPM. We got like 10 pounds of dome pressure. That might be a little aggressive. I don't know if it's going to be too aggressive or not. We'll see. We got all that anti-squat in it now, 170 to 200%, whatever it is. It should separate pretty good. Shock settings, I got on the back, they're on 15 compression and like 5 on rebound. So it should try to separate the tire. We're going to put the air pressure on like 15 pounds of air pressure. It's got like a 3-second ramp. It's not real aggressive. So hopefully it'll go down. We'll see. If it doesn't, then we'll make some changes. We're just going to make a couple passes. So let's see what happens. Okay, so that first pass, we got off the starting line. There's the slip, 130, 382, 383, 587, 115. And you can see, here's the data log. I'll show y'all what it did. It left on 5 pounds of boost, 5.1 pounds of boost. It's following the boost curve, and there's where I let off. I let off at 1.55 seconds. It started spinning like actually it started spinning right there. It started spinning at 1.1 second into the run, because that should not have started climbing RPM right there. So that's not terrible. Looking at the data log, I mean, this is promising. The track is not going to probably take exactly everything I was just throwing at it, which that's okay. The sun's on it. If you rewind the video and pay attention, slow down the launches, you can see it separates a lot, which is what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to separate a lot, but I think what happened is it separated too much, and you know, that could have topped the shocks out. And if it tops the shock out really fast, then what it's going to do is it's going to upset the suspension. So rebound's on 5 right now, so we're about to tighten that down. I'm going to leave compression on 15, and I'm going to put rebound on probably, I'm going to go ahead and probably go up to 12 because we need it to substantially slow down. I'm going to leave the same way that I left a minute ago, but I am going to take the ramp and go a little bit further out. We're going to stretch the ramp out to probably maybe 4 seconds. And I'm also going to probably take some boost off of it. It's not going to take this big boost early. All right, guys, here we go. Second pass. Okay, so that really didn't work out the way I anticipated. It spun like crazy. Down track wasn't too bad though. 578, 142 mile an hour. Look at that quarter mile time. 9:04 at 126 letting off at the 8th mile. That's awesome. So look at the way this thing, I think the shocks were too tight on the back on the extension. It left about the same as it did, 5 pounds of boost, but the converter did not grab at all. And the boost curve was like, the boost curve was way softer than it was a minute ago. I'm gonna drop launch RPM. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm gonna leave the tune up the exact same and loosen the shocks back up. And see, down track it made 26 pounds of boost. I had 30 pounds of dome pressure. So that was running good. 3.9 air fuel ratio. Closed loop correct in about 2%, so that's not terrible. So we run it out to, well, I run it a little bit past the 6.25. Man, I want to make a quarter mile pass. If it hooks and goes down, we might make a quarter mile pass.
That's 355, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it'll go through the quarter. It should go. That was a 904 in the quarter.
I say it goes through a 90 something.
I can probably go. I can probably go 780 with the tune up that's in it.
The clock's on.
Yeah, the clock's on. I ain't never had. I don't have a current 7-second slip.
Today's the day. Leaves off.
Yeah, that's.
Pile it in.
I'm trying to decide. I might turn it down a little bit. It tried to separate, but it's still slow. It didn't hit the tire hard enough. First time it did good, but I think it topped it out. That's the reason I tightened them up. So I think 6, 7, 8, or turn it down. I want to get down though. I mean, I got
the sensor.
Yeah. Yeah, shock sensor. I don't have any more inputs. I don't have a dominator. Although I could take my back. I know my
back pressure off.
I can take back pressure off because back pressure is. I know what it is now. I could turn the back pressure gauge into a shock sensor.
That shock sensor is
How much?
$130.
$130. That's not bad.
Then it comes with directions. It just plugs right in the holly.
Yeah, maybe it'd be easy to do it. I might do that at some point. Okay, we're gonna make a couple changes here and see what happens. Okay, so here we go. We're pushing up now. We got this thing turned down a little bit, made the shock change. We'll see if it makes any difference at all. I don't know if it's gonna make any difference or not. I'm rethinking the quarter mile thing. I might ease off at the 8th mile and then maybe let it go through under like 50% throttle. Maybe get like an 850 pass or something. I don't know, we'll see. Well, I chickened out, didn't go all the way through the quarter. But I went pretty far. I don't know how fast it went, but it was hook and spin early, but it went through it. That's a decent pass. I mean, that wasn't terrible. So I kind of chickened out a little bit. The motor felt like it was good. It would have made it through the quarter mile, no problem. But I was like, no, not today. That felt good though. That was probably a mid 8-second pass in the quarter. I eased off. I did not let all the way off. I just eased up a little bit. So we'll see how it turns out. I did have to throw the parachute, so that got me stopped pretty good. All right, well, that was a good pass. Not too bad. Everybody's packing up. They helped me get everything packed up and cutting out. All I gotta do is put the car in there. Okay, so it worked. It was a hook and spin early, but check this out. 137 60 foot, 532, 143 miles an hour, 804 at 171. Okay, so here's the data log from that 804 pass. You see it left the same, 3,800 RPM is what I had it set at. And I did change it to high side only, and you see it's still got some pretty drastic drops. 150 RPM, about what it was. Left on 4.1 pounds of boost. Comes up, rides the converter here. That's where it started hazing the tires a little bit. I pedaled it real quick, come up. Short shifted it, 7,400. Well, that's not really a short shift. It got on the boost curve. Right there we had 30 pounds of dome pressure. It made 26 pounds of boost, but you can see it's kind of started boost creeping a little bit out here. But the important thing, the most important thing of this data log, right there, that blue line is where I chopped throttle. I got scared. 7.2 seconds into the run, and then I coasted the rest of the way. Let's see, 804. Let's see where 804 is in that run. It coasted through pretty good. I mean, it was hauling butt though through there. So 804 is pretty happy. I should have stayed on it. I mean, look at the gear, the RPM was not super high, wasn't, you know, super, which the motor was still accelerating right there. Which I guess technically I got back on it right there, just a little bit. So 7.45, and then I changed my mind. So right there, it was at 7,700 RPM, and it had 30 pounds of boost, 29 pounds of back pressure. So air fuel and stuff was good there. So that was interesting. That was pretty cool. All right, guys, well, that wraps it up. We had fun. We had a blast. We made 3 passes, kind of successful. Not the best ever, but it was fun. We had a good time regardless. Brian didn't have good luck today. He's had a little issue, so he did not get to make a pass with his, but he's going to be working on it soon. Don't forget to go to turbojohnracing.com and get you some merch. See y'all soon. Thanks. Go fast and get some wind lights.